Hey, good morning, y'all. Good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching this. This video is going to be a little bit more personal than your average morning motivation. So, a lot of you guys don't know a lot about me. I know you guys hear how inspirational I am, how motivated I am, how impactful I am. And it's cool, but you guys don't know how I got to this point. I'm going to use an example of what I'm going through currently, or what I could have been going through currently. So 3 days ago, I couldn't really sleep. It was 2 in the morning I was waking up, 4 in the morning I was waking up, 5, 6, 7. I had a very uncomfortable feeling in my chest. I woke up, I spoke to my little brother. My little brother told me the same thing. He told me that, he had an uncomfortable feeling. I get a phone call from my big cousin, the one that I talked to you guys about, and I say like he's like my inspiration, everything. And he's like, "Yo, you coming to your grandmother's house?" So I'm like, "Why would I be going to my grandmother's house? What's the purpose of me being there?" He's like, "Your father's in town." So I'm like, you guys never really hear about me talking about my pops, but my pops hasn't been a part of my life like that. Right? He knew he was coming to the city, everyone says, and I guess he was having a big dinner at the family's crib, and they were like, has he reached out to you? And I was like, no, he hasn't reached out to me, but he's reached out to other people in the city. So my cousin, like I said, that's my heart, my pride and joy. I think he was just calling to check on me, to see how I was doing. One, I never knew. I never knew he was here. I had no idea. No, he didn't reach out. No, he didn't get in contact with me. So he was like, how do you feel? How do you feel about knowing like your father came to the city? You have no bad blood with him, and he chooses not to get in touch with his son. So I've never talked about the situation with my pops and stuff like that, but that's the first thing that woke up on my mind today, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about it. So when my cousin talked to me, he called me. He was like, I feel like, if you have something to get off your chest, you should get it off your chest. I feel like you should tell him how you feel, tell him what's going on, and things of that nature. So when I was in college, and right before I went to Dominican Republic to play professionally, I spoke to my pops on the phone, and I told him like, yo, it's best if you be a part of my life now, because once I blow up, don't try to come around like, I always believed in you, always cared. Fast forward to now, I thought of plenty of different conversations we could have had and things I could have said, but I feel like I'm in such a different space than where I was at a younger age. At a younger age, I wanted the answers, I wanted the understanding, I wanted to know what happened. Like, not that I didn't matter, not that I thought that he didn't care. I just felt like he was just too busy for me, And as time went on, when I was younger, I held resentment. As time went on, I seen as myself in life, shit just happens. You don't ever understand what's going on, but things just happen. I think the reason why I'm not as mad or not bothered or heartbroken is because my mom did a dope ass job. You know what I mean? Like me and my mom bumped heads for years. More in the recent years, but we bumped heads for years. I didn't want to pay rent. I didn't want to pay light, cable, and stuff like that. I didn't want to pay none of that stuff. And I just wanted to save my money. And she instilled it to my head that you're not going to stay in this household unless you contribute. So I had a tough time dealing with that, and just thinking about the arguments that I've had with her. She was just, besides needing help, building me up in the way that I need to be. She is, and has been such a big, impactful part on my life that it changes a lot. She can be a dad, but she tried her best to be an overall well parent. And I do appreciate her for that. Whatever she had to go through internally with my pops, I understand that, or whatever she had to go through with seeing me knowing that I look at my pops. I understand that she had to go through what she had to go through. But right now, me per se, I was speaking to my cousin and he was like, why doesn't it bother you? Why are you not, broken down? One thing I'm gonna say is that I'm not a person that deals with sorries. I'm not a person that deals with explanations. I'm a proof person. I like to see the proof in the pudding. Don't tell me you care. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you want to be there. Show me you care. Show me you love me. Show me you want to be there. And I've constructed my mindset to this over the course of time for a long time. Seeking for love in numerous females when I was in my stage was me trying to find myself and trying to find some type of compensation to overpower, I guess, my abandonment issues. As of now, I'm creating an enterprise. I'm creating a platform. The 2,000 mark of me hitting subscribers is just not just 2,000 subscribers. It's like my voice, my words, my story, my testimony is impactful to the point that people are listening. People are loving my content because of what I'm putting out, and it's genuine. People that never met me before support me, care for me, and want to be there more than people that I've known that was potentially supposed to raise me or be a part of my life. So I had to let that go to be the person that I am now. If you asking the question like, am I hurt or am I bothered by the fact of it? Not hurt. Maybe a little like, that's interesting, but not really bothered either. I've dealt with the worst of the worst. I've dealt with some hard things. I've dealt with some tough things, and it sucks to suck, but it is what it is. People in the family know that obviously I'm here. People in the family know that obviously they probably could tell him, like, reach out. But it's like that unwritten rule. Like, I guess people don't want to speak on it or don't want to conflict. Big homie being here. So I'm not gonna knock it. No, I will not disrespect him. No, I have no bad blood towards him. There's really no love there. I mean, besides the fact that he's my pops, of course, I'm a lover for that. But from what I've known, that my father purposely taught me was how to save money, how to fight, and how to ride a bike. Those are 3 things that I know my pops taught me purposely. What he taught me non-purposely was how not to be a part of someone's life if they're your child. Abandonment, excuses, reasons for not being there. If I remember correctly, my pops is not of good health, and it sucks, because I would never want nobody to not be of good health. I pray that he does get better. I would never wish death or anything upon anyone. But if my pops passed right now, how would I feel? I don't think it'd be any different. And like I said, this conversation I'm having with you guys is not for you guys to convince me of, oh man, I don't think like that. This is my mindset. I'm constructed and built this way, so I'm just talking to you guys. It probably wouldn't be too much of a difference. Maybe it'd be a little void, because it'd be like something I never had is gone that I thought I was supposed to have. But then that's also like describing someone you never met. How can you miss them? You know what I mean? And I've been through so much in life that I've experienced so much, I don't have time to really just to dwell in moments. Like look at everything that I'm achieving, look at everything that I'm doing, look at everything that I have planned for myself. My name is Matt Thomas, and I've built my own enterprise in less than 2 years. 2 to 3 years from now, I might have everything I ever wanted. My thing is, I want God to just protect my heart, protect my mind, just protect my spirit, and help me get over the hump and make sure that I have it all figured out, at least some of it, and just grow wiser with time. Still be hooping, still be killing, and still be as impactful as I can. My cousin, like I said, back to him, he was like, how does it not bother you? How are you okay with it? And I was just like, young Matt doesn't cry for that anymore. Big Matt is focused on the bigger picture. Big Matt is focused on um, how to be greater, how to be more, how to be less, not to be so cold. I've been cold for so long because I had to deal with, not dealing with my emotions, not dealing with certain things, and this is a very serious thing. I don't talk about my pops because I know more so when I dealt with females, they used it as a catalyst in arguments, and that kind of closed me up. But the reason why I'm talking to you guys, one, is because you guys can't respond back right now, and I could just go off the top of my head at what I'm thinking. And like I said, this is my diary. But yeah, the craziest thing, if you guys are asking, if we do geographically, how close is my pops to my crib right now? Maybe less than 10 blocks. So he knows where I live. He's probably 10 blocks to the east side. And nah, he didn't reach out. Nah, he didn't get in touch. Or nothing like that. So, in the same moment of it, you can sit there and be like, oh, this is sad. It's kind of dope because it puts in perspective how much my mom did. It puts in perspective how far I've came to where I was and where I'm at now. There was a time where if I spoke to him on the phone, I would bawl out and cry because I was hurt and I was afraid to disappoint him. But how can you disappoint somebody that doesn't know what you're doing? My father didn't believe in my basketball career. He didn't believe that I can take it as far as I did and still be doing what I'm doing now. I feel like the reason why he doesn't reach out or doesn't get in touch is I think he has questions he want to ask. How are you able to still make it when I wasn't there? How are you able to still keep it pushing when I wasn't there? How are you able to keep yourself together when over 88% of people that don't have their father in their lives crumble? I was in college for 4 years. My father offered to send me money one time, a couple of $100, college. I think this is my senior year. But beyond that, besides me filing for independence in college, I pretty much got my scholarships and funded my own way through school. My mom helped out a lot. But it's just to put it in perspective. It's like, how can you create a position for someone after all this time and try to allow them to manage it? Honestly, my thought processing with this is, it just makes me want to work out. I actually want to just lift. I actually want to just go shoot. I sprained my ankle yesterday in my game, so again, the same ankle I sprained in the championship. So we're gonna see how this is gonna go. But I'm optimistic. I feel pretty good. I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I didn't want to come on here and not touch on something serious and things of that nature. So the whole gist of this whole story is, about my pops not getting in touch with me, being here, stuff like that. The whole gist of this is this. I want you guys to understand is, you might not understand what you're going through right now. You might not understand it at all. You might not understand why you went through some of the tough things that you went through. Your heart might be broken and things of that nature. But for some reason, you have to go through that to get to where you want to be at. You have to. And it's not fair. It's not meant to be fair. You had to deal with pain, heart trauma, and trials and tribulations that you didn't deserve. But you got to go through it to get to where you need to be at. I'm proud of every scar that I have because my scars are my beauty. My scars make me beautiful, and I believe this wholeheartedly. The feeling that I have in my chest right now is like a fire to keep pushing forward. You guys have to keep having this. I don't care how hard things are. If you can find an excuse to why you're going through what you're going through, you can also find a solution. It's what you choose to wake up and to believe. I'm choosing to wake up to believe, to keep building my enterprise, you know, to create my own family one day, to be a part of my children's life one day, you know. Like I said, I know it's not as easy as it may seem. I know it's not the smoothest walk in the world, but you know, we're here with it, and you know, this is my vent session to you guys. This is me just talking. You know, make sure you guys keep pushing, keep being great. Don't fold, don't quit. You gotta believe in yourself. Cause even the people that's supposed to believe in you don't believe in you. So what you gonna do when everybody doubts you? You gotta always remember, you got this far for a reason. God would not bring you this far just to bring you this far. Alright? You guys can comment down below, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. You know, I'll give responses. I'll be honest. Yeah. It's the 1%. Talk to you guys later.